Yeah,
Hello.
just minimize those windows or something, or
Yeah.
close them.
Hello. So today we're gonna make the JSON schema for our thing. Let's see if we can remember it. So rooms, a list of rooms that has events, maybe. Well, state.
States, not plural.
States.
Yeah, and they should probably be named so it can be a dictionary of states.
And this would be an object.
It's a list of rooms.
That's true, yeah. So this would be an object.
Yep.
And within the state we have, like, let's say initial state. So it has a name and then it has an object that has a bunch of things like its script.
Yep.
Objects, I guess.
Yeah.
List of objects. And then
I get the object name and then a bunch of like position and rotation.
What else?
So what's this initial?
So that's the name of the thing, but I guess we should just make it.
This is initial state.
Yeah, actually, we should just have it like have the ID initial inside there instead. That makes more sense.
Then I get it to the list of states.
Yeah. There you
go. Why unhappy?
Valid. Okay. Yep. What else does state rooms have inside it?
Background.
Okay.
But is that part of the state? I'm not sure the distinction between states and like room intrinsic properties. So things that don't change with states is width and height, viewport.
Yes. So we can put that in the room, which is here. Width, viewport.
And a name as well.
A name, yep. Oops. An actual width. Height. Yeah, so we could have like a background image or something.
Yeah. And the the mode of the background, whether it's like stretch or tiled. Right.
Oh yeah. So background, scope, mode, yeah. Build. Sprites is for the object, so like.
This is not the object though. This is just an instance of the object.
Okay, so this is really object instances or something. That has, yeah. So this is not the object. So we're not going to put the object stuff in here. So this is maybe objects would be object instances or something.
Yeah, that's more distinguishing.
And why is this not liking it? Invalid because of... what else do we have? Can't remember.
Background position.
Yep.
Which I guess only makes sense for certain modes. It's like when it's still like just going to take up.
So it could be nullable. Yeah.
If the background thing is like just 100%, then
yeah. So you reckon this could be like 100% or like a position like 400, 500, 600 or something? Like it could be a TypeScript union type for this thing. So I'll use that to determine it or something.
Percentages or pixels. Yeah.
Yep. What else we got? And why is this invalid? I can't see why. Is it because of this, comma?
Comma.
Yeah. Invalid still. What?
Is it invalid?
It's invalid still. I can't see why.
It says room. What's wrong with that? I don't know what's wrong.
Can't tell. Oh, is it?
I would worry about it.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, is it reading that? It doesn't have to read that.
Sorry?
I wonder if it was reading the square brackets inside the string, if that was confusing it.
I doubt it. Like if I get rid of this. Oh. It is that. No, it is valid now. Okay, I have no idea what's going on. It's valid. Yeah, anyway.
Okay.
What else does room have? We can start object, I guess. Or maybe we'll just bring up the document. And that way we can just see...
Yeah, the screenshot of room. Portal?
Portal is just some svelte thing that I was playing around with. Remember?
I mean portals.
Oh yeah, portals. Yes, yes. So that would be in here. Portals. So list of portals. And what would they have as an object? ID.
So I feel like because portals go between rooms, you need to store them like separately, and then the individual rooms would reference them. Say I have this portal here and that portal there.
I see. And then you just have like the room, the link of like which. So we'll have like an ID or something, some portal, maybe, and then we'll have like linking one to the other. So we'll have start room 1.
I would see it as.
And 2 of them.
Oh, I see.
I'm just making it simple.
I would put the portals in the room themselves, and the rooms can give them like dimensions and position them just like the.
Oh, okay, I see. So inside here we have. Well, that's what I.
Almost like a portal instance.
So that's what I had. It's in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just that. Yeah, I guess you could go by ID, and if rooms have portals with the same.
Yeah.
ID, then they're matched. But yeah.
So link. So we'll just have link room to like room 2 ID or something, location, so position, and then can be like 50, I don't know, 50, 50. So it's within the room. And we can give it a name. Okay. All right, let's just grab the thing, prototype, and overview. Okay, so we've got room properties, dimensions, images. So we have multiple images. Yeah.
Okay, so backgrounds. So that's just a list of these.
Oops. And comma there. Yep. Persistence, running in background. Startup script. So we have scripts somewhere. Oh, we don't have.
Yeah.
Oh, we have it in states.
We got it
in states, yeah.
State.
Where is the object? Okay, that seems to be rooms. Unless there's anything else you can think of.
You might even want a separate startup script from state, I wonder. It's like the state script would be whenever you switch to the state, I guess. And then startup is like when it generally loads.
And shouldn't like rooms have its own life cycle?
How do you mean? Well, that's persist, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm thinking like the React model where on create, on destroy, on like whatever. So the events, so rooms itself has events, not just the object.
Yeah.
And that way, we don't just classify running in background.
Yeah. Okay. So that's like generalizing startup to just be an event.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. So we've got startup, on leave, on destroy, on re-enter.
And these are nullable, so this could be like null as well. I mean, this one has to be mandatory, but
yeah, that can be null. You don't have to do anything.
Okay. On destroy. What else? On, like, you can even have like on keyboard event or whatever. Just all the keyboard events. You know, all the events that we're going to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Just everything. Basically, it's the same model as the.
Yeah, in GameMaker it's common to make a controller object and you put it in the room, but like you could just code up the room's events. That's kind of more direct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I guess we'll just make
I'd also add like on enter and on leave.
Yep. Nice. What else? Portal, startup script. Yeah, I think we can start on the object.
Yes, this is meaty. This is bigger than I expected.
Okay. Objects.
Wait, can we see the room screenshot again? Just double check. Nothing missing. Yeah. So we got all the object positions. We got the background.
And we should clarify, this is the JSON for the engine, like the game engine that you're going to run, I guess, for the game.
This is what you would store on disk.
Exactly.
To represent the game.
Exactly. So the game engine for your game.
Yeah.
I call it an engine even though we're writing like a separate engine, but like just call it the game logic or whatever.
Game logic, yeah.
Yeah. Anything else that you can see here that might be relevant?
Nope.
Okay. Let's start with this. Objects. So you want objects to be separate, and at the moment we have like object instances here, but we need to define the objects themselves. So like the objects will have an ID, snake, not a position, but like events. They'll have events. So don't we want the objects events to be relative to the room they're in as well? So like
no, I think that would be too complicated.
Okay, so they have events related to their game logic, like when you move the player or whatever. So we have all that stuff, which I can just copy paste this stuff.
Just the first three.
No clip.
Yeah.
On collision.
Okay. Oh, on collision. Yep. Yeah.
And we want on draw as well, right?
On step. On draw. Yep. If you press Command Shift B, it'll copy the parent line. You can just edit the.
Oh, okay. Command Shift P. It doesn't work.
D.
Oh, Command Shift
D for dog.
Doesn't work.
Control-Shift-D?
I think I've like rebound it to like go to definition or something. So yeah.
Okay.
Undraw.
Did we write down these? I can't remember.
Not really. I don't think we wrote these.
On mouse click.
Invisible?
Yeah, visible. Right. Did we want states for the object as well? I feel like these events could be relative to the state.
Yeah. Similar to... Right. So like inside... Yeah, so you have a list of states, just like we did here, PR. And what would the states correspond to, though?
I would say the states have a sprite. And...
Yeah, okay. Like running or whatever. Yeah.
Unfold it and then when you fold and exit okay.
Yep. No collide, which is no clip. States, properties. So
room object instances, give it the state as well.
Sorry? Oh, in
so
here.
In the object instances, tell it which state you created. So you can have like an enemy that's running or yeah.
Cool. Well, that's what we had so far.
I guess sprite is next.
Oh, so we need a sprite ID here instead of a sprite. Okay. You see how like traversing the flat list of stuff would mean that we would be going, like let's say we want to find the sprite ID in this list of sprites. We would then search a list of objects based on their sprite ID. And so where the computation might get bigger and more complex is like if this gets super nested, like for this thing, where you need to find, yeah, I don't know, we'll see.
Having ID, you could have.
It should be enough, yeah, true.
You could make it the key in a dictionary.
Yeah.
To a meter and a half. Right?
And that way it's sort of faster to find.
Yep, out there, one strip. Yep, and then overlap and come straight down here. Yep. Move that. Push that.
What else?
Nice.
Yep. Size.
Another little lands on, and we'll take that up. You got that?
Yeah. Maybe this has a viewport as well of the. So you can like so you can enlarge it and you can scale it up. So even though it's some size, you can also like make it bigger or smaller or something. So like
the viewport is which,
or something like that. I don't know.
Okay, that would work really well for sprite sheets.
Yeah.
Where you load a sprite sheet and then you create individual sprites out of them.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. So the sprite sheet could say like what,
and so that way the viewport is like picking which sprite.
Which sprite exactly?
That's good, and that would be good for animation.
And there are heaps of sprite sheets that we can just use, right? So we could just be like running ID. And then you have like the same thing. and then just like stationary 1.
Yeah.
Something like that. So we have our rooms, we have our...
And sprites should be like animations.
Sprites should be animations. Sorry? Hello?
Yeah, like a running animation. So they should have frames.
Okay. Okay, so you want to contextualize the animation itself? So should I put under here like...
Yeah, I think a sprite should be an animation.
Okay, okay. So we should have like animation as a thing, animations or something.
So as in each of these will have a list of frames.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah, no worries. Let me move this chair out of the way.
Thank you.
No worries.
So like this, are you thinking? Excuse me.
Yep. Width and height should be the same for all of them. For that,
That's
the
true.
width and height is.
Yep. So we can have like images.
Right. I'd say.
Separate to sprites, which contain...
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so these are the resources, and the sprites reference those.
Exactly, yeah. Maybe resources. Because then we can have arbitrary resources like text files or something. Like we can then just link. Maybe. Yeah, so we could have like arbitrary resources like... Maybe the size. Like... I don't know. Maybe useful. Yeah, because then we can put the music and stuff here as well, like some sound.
Yeah. I think having it all in just one place is a good idea.
Some
yeah,
like clippy bird sound.og. And and maybe we can even associate the sound.
This is basically like storing binary data.
But maybe we can even associate the sound to like the running animation. So like when the guy's running, you're playing this sound. So it would be here, right? Hello?
I think that's fine to do as part of the object states when the object seems a little too coupled.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
Like you can join those two things together via an object state.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So object state in here might have you running and then play the sound. I don't know. I'll just put this.
Yeah. So, yeah, we can have a state can have sounds that are just
playing. Yeah. So like, if you get hit,
when they're there.
you play like this hit sound versus like when you're running, you play the sound. All right. I think this is pretty good. Since you have to go pretty soon,
I feel like this would be for like meeting sounds. Yeah.
I think there's a bit of a lag.
Most of the sounds I imagine will just be done in scripts, like on.
Right. Okay.
Collision.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the stream is looking.
Okay. Well, how about I just copy this into our prototype, and that's what you can look at. So we can have the create a new one of these. How do I create a new one of these? Oh, because I'm not logged in. I'll do that later. I'll put it there, and then
what we should do?
Yeah. Go
on. We should try and make this.
Try to make this, and then you cut off
the snake game.
Yeah, absolutely. With this thing, I agree.
Try to make the snake game in this thing.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Let's do that next, maybe tomorrow or tonight or something. We can look at that, or maybe even like later. I'll like do your meeting and then I'll call you later. All right. GG. See ya.